Stephen Miller, he basically politicized the Department of Homeland Security. But from day one of his time in the White House, he narrowed the focus to become a political tool for Donald Trump, as I show in the book. And, he did this by securing, during the campaign, he secured for Trump the very critical Border Patrol union endorsement. The Border Patrol had never endorsed a presidential candidate before. And Stephen Miller, as I show in the book, promised them a direct line to the White House, a direct role in shaping immigration policy if they endorsed Donald Trump. And so you saw them endorse Donald Trump. And this is why you see a disproportionate impact on families. The Border Patrol at the time was very upset about, the influx of families from Central America. They no longer felt that they had, the same role of warriors and vanguards at the border, cracking down on criminals and cartels. And so they wanted someone who was going to really go after, keep families from coming to the United States at all. And this is, this is how Stephen Miller made himself a key player for the Trump team by getting him those endorsements. These are eugenicists who believe in the genetic superiority of whites, who believe in population control for non-white people, and who funded these groups that, as I show in my book, Hatemonger, Stephen Miller pulled policies directly from these groups. That, and this is what shapes the immigration policy. I mean, you mentioned the naturalization ceremony that took place at the RNC last night, and that's really meant to create this dichotomy, this false dichotomy between legal and illegal immigration that does not exist in the Trump administration. The Trump administration likes to say that they're going after criminals and cartels, and that's what the RNC was meant to convey. But if you look at the person who is crafting immigration policy for President Trump, it's Stephen Miller, and Stephen Miller primarily has been targeting families from Africa, families from Latin America, and mostly people who have broken no laws, asylum seekers, refugees, restricting green card access. And if you look at why, and if you connect the dots between what he's doing and his influences, as I try to do in the book, it becomes clear that for Stephen Miller, this is not about national security. This is not about keeping out criminals. This is about reengineering the ethnic flows into this country to keep brown and black families out, because he was radicalized at a very young age in this belief that you now see permeating the Republican Party, and that you see Trump promoting this belief that brown and black people pose some kind of existential threat to America. Stephen Miller, as I show in the book, at a very young age, as when he was a teenager, going through a difficult time in his life, came into contact with multiple extremists who introduced him to this fantasy that he had to save the country from, the Democratic Party partnering with Muslims, Mexicans, and other people of color who he, because he was exposed to misleading crime statistics like the ones that they put out systematically now that paint brown and black people as somehow innately more violent than white people. He was radicalized to believe that that he was somehow saving the United States, and you now see this hate mongering, this apocalyptic demonization and scapegoating, permeating the Republican Party, permeating the RNC themes. And it's, Stephen Miller, the most powerful advisor in the White House, the top speechwriter, top senior policy advisor, is the man who is behind all of this.